Okay, I've had to turn the truck on to turn the AC on because it was getting pretty hot in here. Last year I had a problem where if I idle my truck too much with the AC on, the truck would start overheating. But I just had my thermostat replaced, and now it looks like the AC works like it does in every other vehicle. Yeah, summertime kind of sucked because I had to open all the windows. I do have the back window which can do that with this button up here, which I didn't know you could have done. But that's that. So today I'm going to talk about going to the dentist, which a lot of people don't like, but now I actually enjoy going there, and my nose is scratchy, so I have to keep doing that to it. So, my mom tells me that growing up, I was not good at the dentist. In fact, one time when I was really little, I had to get some fillings done, and they kept trying to do it, and they tried 2 times, and they said if it didn't work the 3rd time, they were going to have to put me under general anesthesia for them because of me freaking out too much, apparently. I didn't know that they could do that, but I guess they can. So, after we moved to York, forgive me, I'm still pretty tired. I got off work not long ago, and it's been a tiring week. Right after we moved to York, we went to a small pediatric dentist who worked out of an old house and just had 4 chairs in there. He was this nice old guy, pretty good, but when he would give me the local anesthesia to numb me up for stuff, one time I remember he just poked my gums and said, "Does that hurt?" And I nodded, and he's like, "Does that hurt?" "Yeah." "Does that hurt?" And I said no, because I assume that's just what you were supposed to feel like when they numbed you for something. But it still hurt getting fillings done for the longest time ever. And I happened to need a lot of fillings done. I'm just one of those kinds of people. Every time I go to the dentist, I need 2 or 3 fillings done. I don't drink soda as much as I used to, or eat candy as much as I used to. But I still need work done, and I guess I'm just one of those people. Then this old guy retired, and we got a new dentist, and he eventually closed that practice and merged with a bigger one. And then one day he told me that I had so many cavities that he couldn't even tell me how many I had. Getting all of them filled took 4 different appointments, and it was not very fun. But I noticed he got them all done pretty quick in each appointment, like 20 minutes in and out. And then later on, he tried to tell one of my brothers that he had 4 cavities, and he had never had any before, so was kind of suspicious of it. So my parents took him to a different dentist who said he didn't have any, and now they stopped going to that other guy, and apparently that other guy got fired by that other practice. So, and I'm not going to say which practice it was or who the doctor was, but I can't help but wonder how many cavities I really had to get filled. So, sometime in the middle of this, I got braces, and I hated having braces because they really, really hurt. And everyone told me, "Oh, they're not going to hurt that bad. You might be a little sore. You can take a Tylenol if you really need one, but you shouldn't even need that." No, they hurt a lot. And I had sensory problems, and I had problems taking pills before this, but having braces pushed me over the limit to where I now had to take Tylenol regularly. And my orthodontist was not a nice guy. I will not say who he is, but there's like 10 orthodontists in York, so you probably won't be able to figure it out anyway. I didn't like him. I didn't like his assistants because they wouldn't tell me what they were doing. They would just go to work going, yanking me around and making stuff hurt. Sometimes they would say something like, "Do you want us to do this super painful thing that will make you hurt for a while?" And I'd say no, and they would do it anyway. One time, the orthodontist just came in randomly and told me, "Hey, you have some ridges on the front of your teeth. Let me take care of them." And he just grinded them off with no anesthesia, and it really hurt. And I thought that this was just things that happen to everyone, but which is an assumption a lot of autistic people make, but apparently it's not. So I also guess I just had a lot of practitioners growing up who were not nice people. I did find one who I really like now, and I'll tell you guys about her later on. So then I went to college, and I went to the dental school to have work done. It happened to be nice that I lived right next to the WVU dental school. And I had a dental student doing most of my work. And then she graduated, and I got another one, and he took over for her. And there are a lot of problems associated with going to a dental school. The first is that the student's going to be the one who's actually doing the work, but they have to get their professors to come and check everything, and it can take forever to do that. So sometimes we would be in there for 2 or 3 hours just to get one filling done, which is not fun, and seemed way longer and way more drawn out than a lot of other things did. The professors, a lot of them, some of them were really cool, but a lot of them were just older and burnt out and not very nice. Like, I had one professor who looked like a stereotypical Karen, but this is before the Karen jokes came to be. She had this hairstyle and everything, and she would say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you're fine, but but I'm pretty sure you're gonna need this super expensive, painful treatment later on. I hate you." And she'd act like that. And sometimes, one time an old guy came in and for no reason at all just took an Explorer and yanked my teeth around and yanked my head around with it. That hurt so bad I was crying by the end of it, and I still don't know why he did that. But my students, I really liked them a lot. Obviously, we had to sit around and wait for a while for our professors to come check stuff, so I talked to them a lot and got to know them pretty well, much better than I know anyone else in the dental field. And one time I got to be the board patient for one of my students, which is for her to get certified as a dentist. I came in that day to get a filling done, and she was super, super nervous, like jittery. And I was like, hey, calm down. You're not the one getting your teeth drilled here. You're not the one who's supposed to be nervous. And that went pretty well. It took a while, but I got it done entirely free. And my student gave me a thank you card with $50 in it afterward. And at this time, I was feeding myself on about $20 a week, so that really came in handy. I told my current dentist about this, me being a board patient, and she was like, "Oh, I remember my board patient. Did you get any money out of it?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "We gave each of ours $100. Getting $100 in college would have been awesome, but I didn't. The other thing I didn't like about the dental school was they were way, way too thorough with everything. I went there my senior year, halfway through it, for a checkup, and my student said, "Oh wow, your teeth look amazing. I don't think there's any problems at all." They decided to fix one small cavity that they had seen the last time I was there, but decided not to fix right then. And while I was getting that done, this is a thing that happened at all my appointments, not just this one. The professors would come over or be checking something and then randomly go, "Do you have this lesion on the treatment plan?" And they point out some other spot on the x-ray that someone would miss, and then I end up with another appointment to come get another filling that somehow no one had noticed before. My senior year this happened, and we went from one cavity to be filled to 8 somehow. I don't know how. I stopped going there after we got like 1 or 2 of them filled, and then a year and a half later went to my regular dentist, and she only found 3 really little ones, which she filled in like 10 minutes. And my current dentist is really thorough with stuff. So some difficulties I had was tolerating all the sensory input. Anytime you go to the dentist, there's a lot of stuff happening, and autistic people can get sensory overload pretty quick. And basically, I go to the dentist, I can't do anything for the rest of the day. I just have to sit and recover. It doesn't matter how good they are. It doesn't matter how much local anesthetic they give me. Any of that, I'm still going to be non-functional. Now, I mentioned earlier that I had difficulty knowing what being numb felt like. One of my dental students actually did the local injection properly and got me super numb, and I actually fell asleep during that treatment. And it was really, really nice, and now I know what it feels like to be numbed properly. Nowadays, I go to the dentist. They usually have to give me a little more local than most people get, but it's okay because now I know what it's supposed to feel like. I hate the feeling of being numb, but I just deal with it. It's a lot better than not having it. So, I found my current dentist in York. The office is Complete Dental of York. I got permission to say who it is. My dentist is a lady named Dr. Ablin. She's a little bit older than I am, not very far out of dental school, but she's incredible. The whole staff there, they've been really nice to me, which I didn't know people were in the dental industry up until I found these people, because people at the pediatric offices and then at the dental school were all mean to me. But now I found a group of people that are nice to me, and I go in there and get treatment done. I actually look forward to going and seeing them now. They don't specifically cater to people with autism, but they do a pretty good job dealing with my sensory difficulties and communication difficulties that I can have. There are dentists that specialize in autism, but they're almost all pediatric patients because I guess most people don't think that autistic adults are a thing. And I'm hoping to change that now. So now I go there, and getting treated there is a breeze. I feel really good going there, and it's really, really nice. So if you're in York, you can make an appointment with them. It's Complete Dental of York. They're over where the Spring of Spurry Fire Station used to be before they tore it down, if you're familiar with the area. And if you're not in York and you need to find a good dentist, you can probably find one who they may not say they cater to autism, but maybe you can call them and ask if they do. And most of the time, they'll work with you and they'll be better to you than they were to me growing up. But these are my difficulties with going to the dentist and getting treatment. Now, I did get permission to say that Complete Dental of York was awesome, and they really are. So I'll leave it at that, and hope you guys enjoy my videos. Thank you.